beat, whir, click. The smart lock disengaged. I set the compact down on the vanity and checked my reflection one last time. Even the palest porcelain foundation couldn't mask the ashen decay of my skin anymore. The blood on my white tee wasn't makeup. I'd retched it up minutes ago. It looked better than Hollywood special effects. I let my body go limp. Thud. I hit the floorboards. The door swung open. A scream ripped through the air. High-pitched. Unfamiliar. Not Harrison. My eyelids felt like lead weights. I forced them open, fighting the black spots dancing in my vision. A woman was buried deep in Harrison's chest. Harrison. I'm terrified. Kinsley. His secretary. She was trembling, pressing her body tight against his. I thought she was. Harrison froze. A beat. He didn't push her away. When his gaze finally shifted to me, the concern evaporated, replaced by cold, hard annoyance. How much ketchup did you smear on yourself this time? Zara, is this a fetish now? Kinsley clung to his bicep. She caught my eye. Reluctantly, she loosened her grip. Zara, that was horrific. I mean, I'm fine, but Harrison's had a few drinks. You could have triggered him. My eyes traced the lingering heat between them. Harrison didn't even blink. No guilt. No shame. Get up. I can't. I whispered. My voice was a broken rasp. No strength. He scoffed. He grabbed my arm and yanked me to my feet. The room spun violently. I'd never seen this level of rage in him before, and it was all in defense of her. Zara, are you trying to drive me insane? His voice boomed off the walls. I bust my ass at the firm every single day to pay for this life. I don't expect a parade, but for the love of God, stop seeking attention with these psychotic stunts. Kinsley was already there, a glass of water in her hand, the perfect, soothing presence. Harrison, breathe. Zara didn't mean it. She didn't know you were tipsy. Harrison's knuckles turned white. He snatched the glass. Crash. He hurled it at the floorboards. Shards exploded outward. A razor-sharp piece sliced across my wrist. Bright red blood welled up instantly. Real blood. There's a hell of a lot she doesn't know. He glared at me. His expression was a void. Pure ice. You play dead every damn day. He stepped closer, looming over me. If you really want to die, Zara, just do it. Harrison got it wrong. I know plenty. I know the exact shade of gray exhaustion he wears after a 14-hour shift. I know the recipe for the bone broth that restores him, simmering on the stove for hours until the house smells like comfort. I know I wait up for him, staring at the clock, night after night. And I know his tolerance for scotch is legendary, ironclad. So why did he need Kinsley to play designated driver? Was it safety, or was it access? To build rapport between boss and subordinate for a smooth working relationship? I spent the night on the hallway linoleum, dissecting that thought. Eventually, I started laughing. A neighbor stepped out to walk his dog, took one look at the blood-spattered woman cackling on the floor, and muttered, "Freak." I hugged my knees to my chest. The cold seeped through my clothes, settling into my marrow. Harrison hadn't just been tipsy. After Kinsley left, he'd dragged me out here to sober up, told me to stop looking for trouble. Then the lock clicked. Silence. He'd passed out. The scratch on my wrist had scabbed over. It stung. A nuisance. But compared to the rot eating my stomach lining, the stage 4 diagnosis, it was a tickle. I didn't have my phone. I had nowhere to go. My mind drifted back to the first time I played dead. Harrison's face had gone paper white. I remembered the way his hands shook when he reached for me. Zara? A whisper. A prayer. When I opened my eyes and chirped, "I'm here," he didn't get angry. He wept. He crushed me against him, burying his face in my neck. His eyes told me everything. He was terrified of a world without me. That was the plan. To vaccinate him against the grief. To simulate the loss so many times that when the flatline actually comes, it won't destroy him. I succeeded. The door opened the next morning. Harrison pulled me inside. He used those eyes, the soft, brown puppy dog gaze that used to be my kryptonite. He lowered his lashes, looking innocent. "Zara, God, I'm sorry. I can't believe I left you out there all night." He brushed a hand over my stomach. "You must be starving. It's all my fault." Zara, not honey, not baby. The pet names had evaporated. I should have screamed. I should have raged about freezing on the welcome mat. Instead, I played the guilt card. "It's your day off. Stay with me." I made him watch a movie. The one where the wife pranks her husband by pretending to be dead every day when he gets home. Harrison's jaw tightened. "Is this where you got the idea?" He hit pause. The screen froze on the couple. "Do you have too much free time? Stop mimicking fiction to torture me." I didn't look at him. I watched the frozen screen. "But the husband thinks she's adorable." Harrison let out a cold, sharp laugh. "It's a movie, Zara. In the real world, it's exhausting. It's obnoxious." He leaned in, his voice steady. "I admit I was an ass last night because of the whiskey, but you need to hear this. It's not cute. It's a burden. Do you understand?" He didn't yell. He didn't have to. The words were small, precise needles. They bypassed my skin and pierced straight into the heart muscle. Thank God for the blackout curtains. The room was dim, just enough to hide the way my smile had rigor mortised onto my face. Of course I understood. The wife in the movie probably understood, too. "We're halfway through," I said, my voice small. "Just finish it with me." A shrill ringtone shattered the atmosphere. Harrison whipped his phone out. The screen pulsed with her name. Kinsley. Her voice, trembling and panicked, led through the speaker. "Harrison, I think I blew the Starlene merger. The CEO." He touched me. I refused, and he just. Harrison shot up from the sofa like a loaded spring. He snatched his coat. I reached out, my fingers desperate to find purchase on his sleeve. He looked down. His eyes were heavy, dark pools of exhaustion. "Stop it, Zara." He peeled my fingers off his arm. Coldly, efficiently. Slam. The front door vibrated in its frame. On the TV screen, the movie played on without us. Then came the twist. The wife had terminal cancer. The husband, thinking it was another prank, laughed and nudged her limp body. "Hey, cut it out. I found a really delicious this restaurant. Let's go. But she never woke up. As the credits started to roll, my phone buzzed against the cushion. Kinsley, I answered. Harrison's voice drifted through the line. It was soft, a tone of patience I hadn't tasted in years. Stop crying. We lose the deal. We lose the deal. It's not worth this. You need to eat. There's a new bistro near the office. Come on. Kinsley's voice brightened, wet with relief. Okay, but I'm ordering the most expensive thing on the menu on your dime. I leaned into the microphone. Which bistro? Should I grab a table for 3? The line went dead silent. A beat later, click. She hung up. She probably didn't expect me to speak, but it didn't matter. I knew exactly where they were going. I'd mentioned that place to him weeks ago. A candlelit spot. High-end. Romantic. I had begged Harrison to take me. I'm too busy. Zara, I'm building a future. I'm working for us. On our anniversary, he brushed me off. Zara, stop being so high maintenance. He spent that night at the office. Later, I saw Kinsley's Instagram story. The office was empty except for 2 mugs. Harrison was there, glasses off, rubbing his temples, looking relaxed. It was a stark contrast to the impatience he wore like armor whenever he walked through our front door. Kinsley's caption, late night grind with the boss. Thank you for the tea. That was the first red